Hey everyone, welcome back to your 8th week of the Life Group Launch Study Guide. Congratulations, you've made it through to the end. I hope this has been a really beneficial study. My prayer is that as you look back over the past 8 weeks, you would be able to say that you genuinely know and care for the people in your group more than you did on week 1. Hopefully you've had a chance to hear each other's stories. Hopefully you've been praying for each other, even just starting to form memories. I hope that these past 8 weeks have united you as a group as you've looked at some scripture, you've heard each other's stories, and you've prayed together. So from here, I think you're ready to jump into what's next as a group. So that means there's some decisions to make. We have a lot of different options for what you can study together as a group, and we're going to leave that up to you. Now, we do provide a weekly sermon discussion guide. Hopefully you get a chance to sit in our sermons each week. And whether your group meets weekly and you can track along with every sermon, or if you're every other week, these guides are written so that you can jump in at whatever pace you would like. You'll actually find them in your bulletin. Hopefully you've seen that. They're on an insert in your bulletin. We do that on purpose. We know that your group's likely not meeting on Sunday. Some of yours do. But this gives you a chance to see that guide right off the bat on Sunday and maybe take some notes on it or read over the questions, and then you're ready to dive in whenever your group meets. You've already spent some time looking at the discussion guide and the things you're going to talk about. You can also find it posted online on our website if you don't have the sermon, or if you weren't sitting in our sermon on Sunday morning. But we also know that sermon discussion might not be for every group, or it might not be for every season of a group. You can go in and out from using that. So that's why we've built an online resource to guide with some guidance to some questions to ask, things for you to consider on what might be the right resource for us to start studying, whether that's reading through a book of the Bible, doing a video series, maybe there's some homework, looking through a book together and coming together to discuss. And then we have an online resource page with some study ideas. So hopefully you can find that and you can figure out what is the best next step for your group. And also now, hopefully you've been able to establish a rhythm over these past 8 meetings at how often and where you're going to gather. There are so many different ways to do this. I would ask that you gather at least twice a month, every other week. But the where and the how long, that is totally up to your group and something you can decide together. If you have further questions on that or want to talk, I'd love to engage with you. Another thing is this week kind of serves as an off-ramp. I want to give you permission that it is okay if this is not the right group, if you just don't feel like this is the community that you want to step into next. We can help you find a different group, but if this is the group, if you're energized and ready to go, this is the time to commit. So this is when you need to decide, yes, I'm in this, I'm ready to go, and I want to do it with these people. And keep that regular commitment going. I read the week 1 out of Hebrews chapter 10, to not give up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing. So I do want to see you commit to moving forward. And then the last looming question is who are the group leaders? And that's an important thing. One of our distinctives is that our groups are intentionally led, and it takes a person or a group of people to do that. I want to remove the intimidation factor around that. Being a life group leader is not maybe as scary as it sounds. This is actually the person who wants to make sure that everyone in the life group is using the gifts that God has equipped them with. You don't have to be the discussion leader. You don't have to be the host to lead your life group. So talk about it as a group. Is there someone who's kind of emerged over these last 8 times together as a natural leader? And then let us know, let myself know, let Emma Smith know who that leader is going to be. We'll be checking in as well. But we do need to make sure that there's a leader ready to go for your group. How can we equip, serve, and pray for you? Please let us know these things. We want to be praying for you. We are praying for you. And keep us updated so that we can be equipping you well as a group. And finally, have fun together. As you've built these relationships, don't let it just be a single gathering where you're sitting in a living room together. Do things outside of that. What does it look like to live life, to share life with each other? So please do have fun, and we're in your corner.